there's this story. I'm not going to make you tell it because I'm sure you've told us so many times about how you guys met Bob Odenkirk and kind of had, would you call it your break? I mean,
absolutely, yeah.
It was your break.
It was our big break, I would
Just
call it.
to paraphrase, you and Eric, when in college, searched for Bob Odenkirk's address, sent him a VHS with some of your sketches, or was it Tom Goes to Mayor on the VHS?
Yes, well, the first little short film, Tom Goes to the Mayor, that we made.
And an invoice.
And an invoice.
For the DVD.
For the DVD. It changed from a VHS to a DVD in this world that you're creating.
VHS.
Over as we shipped it out.
But Bob loved it. He called you guys up, and since then he kind of mentored you and got your foot in the door.
Yes.
So I'm curious, now that story is somewhat famous, I would say.
Apocryphal, is that the word?
Dan, can we get a...
Let's go with yes.
We're good.
Stuff of legend.
Do you guys get a bunch of shit in the mail?
We get a bunch of Better Call Saul swag.
But are there people who hear that story and they're like, you know what?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it is encouraged. And certainly through social media, Twitter and Facebook, there's more. It's very easy to get in touch with me.
That's
very easy to get in touch with me.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, there's something that we see and we also are in this business of making stuff. Our production company makes stuff, so we are actually kind of on the talent scout.
Have you ever found talent in a similar way that Bob found you guys?
Well, Vic Berger is a big one,
right?
And
love Vic.
Yeah.
And I was telling you earlier the story with him where he was making fan videos on cinema and sending them in, and they're like these music videos he's made that are really good songs and funny videos, just using our footage from the show. And we were just amused by that, and we contacted him and had him make some other stuff, and that set him on a course. I think gave him a little confidence. It's like all you need is that one little one little boost.
No, it's so true. And now, I mean, in today, as you were touching on, it's like so easy to kind of get a hold of people now.
Yeah,
and it's interesting that if you're like determined and you make something good, you can get someone to see it.
You can, but making something good is, I think, the hard part.
That's the barrier.
Most people are reductive of other people's work, or they're not ready yet, or they don't have the resources. Right. They're not good enough, or they, I don't know. It's just, I think it's good. I think that there's still a small, it's not a ton of overly incredibly talented new voices.
Sure.
It's still like going to be a small one kid out of 100 that's got like this new look at something, but there's plenty of funny people. There's plenty of
definitely
good filmmakers and stuff.
Speaking of Bob, he's gone on to like this incredible success. Has it been crazy to watch? Because transformation from like comedian to dramatic actor has been really something.
Yeah, I mean, when he was in a transition period, I think, in his life when we met him, because he had come out of doing a couple of pilots that didn't go. He was directing a couple movies. And I think he was not really sure what he was going to be doing and he was helping us, and he was helping a bunch of other people get started in the business, and so I think he was I don't know. I mean, he's got a good attitude about it. I know that. I know he's like just happy to have cool work. He gets to do cool work. He's incredible.
I feel like people don't even remember that he was a comedian at this point, because he's so the Breaking Bad guy now.
Yeah.
And Saul.
Right.
But
he's
God
had
bless.
so many lives, because
Yeah.
I was listening to Dana Carvey was on Howard Stern. It was a replay, but I was listening to it, and he was talking about Odenkirk writing these iconic Saturday Night Live sketches back in the Dana Carvey years, because he was.
I didn't even know he was involved in that.
Odenkirk and Smigel and Conan O'Brien were all writing like the Saturday Night Live sketch that got me into comedy. He was there, so like he's had these incredible, several lives in this business.
Is that something that kind of appeals to you? Because I know. You just got cast in the new Jordan Peele movie, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Super excited about you. Is that something that you can see yourself kind of doing, is making a switch in a way to a dramatic actor, which, by the way, I will say, I think you're an awesome actor.
Thank
I love
you.
everything you've done.
Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky to dip into that world now. I weirdly look at my IMDb page and I notice this thing where I've been in 2 movies a year for the past several years,
Right.
and that's like a neat kind of thing to try to keep doing.
Yeah.
You know, like if I keep doing this, I'm gonna start racking them up. You know, like
most
start
definitely.
making movies.
Right.
So this is the first big movie where like you can tell your aunt. Although, you know, Bridesmaids was a big movie that I'm in for a minute.
Yeah. But are you not allowed to talk about
I
the movie?
shouldn't talk too much about it because we're shooting right now. We're actually shooting right now.
How about can I ask you this?
We're using this footage.
This is part of the movie.
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't sign
It's going to be
anything.
big.
This is my big break.
It is the first one where like they announce you. There's like
I saw the poster
there's
with
a
your face
thing
on it.
where
Very
it's like,
official.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's excited that what's his next movie going to be, and like so
Yeah.
that whole thing is neat. But
It's a great project to be involved in.
Exactly.
Coming off of
Yeah.
Get Out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get Out was amazing.
but then I'm in the middle of it, and it's so great because it's just like anything else I do. Really, it's you know, the production people are great. The cast members everyone's nice. Everyone's like warm and collaborative, and you know, Jordan's interested in what I think, and
Cool.
and you just feel like welcome, and that's relaxing, and that's
Nice.
kind of like a nice environment.
Well, I am super excited to see what comes of that.
Yeah, me too.
Did you audition for that role? How'd you get the role?
No, I didn't.
That's what I'm curious.
I had a friend write me, and like he was like, "How the fuck are you? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Because he's also an actor, and he's like, "What are you? I didn't even know about this part. Like, am I?" And I'm like, "No, I just got asked to do it because."
Jordan
I
was
mean,
interested in you playing this
He
role
kind of had me
specifically.
in mind when he was writing it.
That's
And
That's got to
Cool.
feel good.
well, yeah, it does.
That's pretty amazing.
But you know, I know him a little bit
Yeah.
from the world
Yeah.
of comedy and stuff. So I'm not. And he was such a big fan of the movie The Comedy,
Mm-hmm.
that it was one of those movies that when it came out again was a thing that half the people hated.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if you look at the reviews of that movie, it's like they're angry reviews.
That's right.
And Rick and I felt just like beaten up by the whole thing, and like very proud of it, but also like furious that these people weren't getting what Rick was trying to do and all this stuff. But what happens is like that movie, people like your age and younger fucking like love that movie, and it meant a lot to them. And somebody like Jordan is like, that's one of my favorite movies maybe not his favorite movie, but he thinks of me through that movie. And so I'm very grateful for that.